Well, hello there, or should we say goodbye? Goodbye to my drone, that is. So, that little clip you just saw at the very beginning of this video was the last glimpse I had of my drone on my phone as it was about to go down. So, we're gonna go on a little adventure today, different kind of adventure, and hopefully this adventure will have a happy ending with me finding my drone. Really epic morning of surf, and I really want to show you some of those clips that I got. But obviously that's all going to depend on if we find that drone. So what I have to do first, because it landed on some cliffs somewhere in some really rough terrain, I'm wearing slippers, so we got to go find some cheap shoes. Hopefully Ross or Target or something like that will have something that doesn't break the bank. So here we go. Let me get in here. So, in that last part of the video, you saw me striking out basically at 4 or 5 different spots, trying to find some shoes to hike, and I realized that whatever that was gonna cost, it probably cost me less than gas to go home, get my shoes, and come back. Trouble is, when I went back, ran out of time, and so here we are, 2 days later, when I could make it back out here to hike this mountain to hopefully find my drone. Let's go. One of the worst parts about hiking in Hawaii is smash and grab. That's what all that glass was there. People like to do it, but we get a lot of tourism, and with a lot of tourism comes a lot of theft, at least here. And you get smashed in cars all the time, so it freaks me out. My goodness. I do not remember this hike being this hard. Of course, it's been about 12 or 13 years since I did it. Definitely in better shape back then. Let's keep going. I was supposed to come that way. Yeah. Jeez.
Talk more fluently in each.
Holy smokes, that was one of the most brutal things I've done in a while. But we made it here to the top, or at least my top. This hill out in front is where the last known GPS data is saying the drone is. Knowing my luck, it'll probably be on the slopes of it, where it's steepest and maybe impossible to reach, but I think there's a trail that goes over there, so let's go give it a try. Right here there's a little saddle gap. You can see here one of my last clips I shot, that is where I tried to fly through, right between that gap, and where I lost my signal and never got it back. Well, upon further review, looking at the footage again, I was at the wrong gap. It's that one back there, which looks a little sketchy. Well, according to the GPS data, we're right on top of it. So don't know how reliable that is, especially when the connection was mostly out except for a brief 10 seconds right before I lost it, right before it went into its emergency forced landing mode or whatever. But according to the last data, which was retrieved, which I'm assuming was at that moment when I got it back for that split second, it's right here somewhere. Now, right here happens to be around this narrow little peak. So I was thinking I probably wouldn't get lucky finding it right here on top of these flat rocks. So it's probably somewhere. That That is, of course, assuming nobody picked it up in the last 2 days. So let's circle this thing safely. Oh, come on, we're right on it. So close. So crisscrossing now back and forth because of these steep hills. They're stiff too. The grass is so high, there's no way I'm just gonna see it by looking down, so. Worst thing about this is, for some dumb reason, I have no water. And I've eaten like a cookie and a piece of broccoli today. Don't ask me why, I don't usually eat like that. It's just something that was on the counter walking out the door and I grabbed it. So, about out of gas. I gotta think that if it was untouched and unmoved by people or goats, it's gotta be pretty visible, right? It's descending, propellers are still spinning, and it probably chopped up a bunch of grass wherever it went down, leaving a big open space. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Come on! According to that, it's down there. Well guys, no luck. No! Nothing, despite multiple times being on the GPS saying, it's right here, right under me. I get the feeling, like I said, it's probably down the cliff and inaccessible. Maybe on a different day when I was feeling more energetic, but I'm gassed right now. But being that this is a fitness channel and I like to try to give out motivational advice and insights, I do have something in that regard today. You know, whether you're a person of faith or not, I think there's something to be said for acting on faith, meaning you're looking for something, pursuing something that you can't quite see or perceive just yet, but you believe that it's there. And that was obviously something that was going through my mind the whole time. That same principle applies to fitness. Every single day you do something, whether it's eating healthy, and it's especially an exercise of faith, doing all those things, because when you eat healthy one meal, or you go and do one awesome workout, does your body change a whole lot? No, right? So in that regard, to apply the analogy, the faith is still very, very much in need because the change is very, very much not seen yet. So the other thing I got from this was to see something through to the end. And if you do that, you'll be able to get at least some satisfaction from that. Now, for me, that's helped because I do have some DJI insurance taken out when I bought the drone. So for a small fee, they say, I don't know what that is yet, I can supposedly get another one to replace it. So that's good. That helps me feel better about following it through to the end. But anytime you follow something through to the end, even if it doesn't turn out the way you would like it to, you're still going to get that satisfaction of knowing that you tried, knowing that you pursued every single avenue you could think of, taking in suggestions, just like we talked about earlier, that mental exercise of problem solving. So I feel like that definitely applies to fitness as well. It's a long journey. Sometimes you're going to have hiccups along the way and things that get in your way and make it feel like, oh, I'm never going to get there, but you just keep going. No matter how long it takes, just keep going. I've been up here for 3 hours. Feels like 3 years. I'm about to fall off the mountain with exhaustion, but again, feels good to know that at least I tried. You never know. That feeling of regret will definitely get you if you have a goal, decide to quit halfway or not even halfway or even close to the end, and don't follow through with the efforts that you could have made. So remember that, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. If you watched this far, you are the bomb all the way. And thanks a lot, and we'll see you hopefully soon with some more drone clips and more videos. You can check them out here on the page. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right place, here or there. It's around my face somewhere. Take care. Aloha.